good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones represents Physiques of Greatness. And before we begin, as you see, Pump Chasers clothing line is almost here, man. Gonna do a very small launch, you know what I'm saying? Let me try this bitch on for y'all real quick, man. You know, it's summertime. We gotta keep it whole ready. Let me show you what we're working with here. Bam, man. Ooh! Shit! Look at this shit, man. Look at that quality, man. And these aren't gonna be $35, $40 stringers and shit. We're gonna keep the prices very player because we are all players. You feel me? I appreciate all the support y'all been giving me, and I'm gonna stay true to my roots. You know, I came up with the Walmart protein, and you know, I've always lived on a budget, so I'm gonna try to keep my shit cheap. But anyway, man, let's get down to business. I was over here shipping clothes, man, with Denise, and I came across some shit that kind of bothered me, man, so I want to talk about it. It's been a while since I just did a video giving my opinion on some shit. Let me get this tripod set up real quick. Okay, so I was on the computer just a little bit and I saw some shit that I want to talk about. Now, as you may or may not know, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a show called the Arnold Classic. And pretty much he made it public that he's not happy with the direction that bodybuilding has turned to. You know, with the bloated muscle stomachs, you know, the HGH gut, you know, they're so overly massive and we're losing a lot of aesthetics. Shit like that. You know what I mean? He pretty much said, I want y'all to go to the president and complain because I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, recently, Heath was asked about it. He was like, what do you think about Arnold's comment about, you know, the whole bloated stomachs and all this bullshit going on in bodybuilding? And Heath answered very respectfully, you know, like a professional does, right? And then, recently, he gets on his Facebook comment section. I guess he thinks that maybe he just don't give a fuck, or like myself, sometimes I say shit in my comment section that may be a little bit out of line, like I might call somebody a little bitch or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I don't think people read my comment section like that. Maybe the same thing for him, because this is what he said in his comment section. First off, this is what the guy said, okay? I'll put a link in the description of where you can read this shit yourself. I don't want to make this fucking video too long reading a whole bunch of shit, but to sum this shit all up, pretty much the guy in the comment section said, hey man, I understand you gotta make money, but let's be real here. The aesthetics is dying. These motherfuckers got bloated stomachs. Let's keep it real. And this is Heath's response. He says, Charles, I believe you are wrong. Our sports generates more fans daily than ever before, which is true. Bodybuilding is huge now. Back in the 70s and shit, it was pretty big, but nowhere near as big as it is now, okay? More fitness businesses are growing heavily because of bodybuilding. I'm even gonna be on TV soon because of bodybuilding. And we are much bigger than the old school bodybuilders. And Arnold had no legs. Let's not forget that Arnold had no legs.
Out of line.
Well, I was a little out of line. Now I'm gonna be, let's now that we got this shit out the way, let's keep shit 100. Before I start talking, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Because I'm my own person, you're your own person. Don't come here disrespecting me, and I won't come disrespecting you. Chances are I can't because you probably don't even have a channel, but let's keep it respectful, right? You don't gotta agree. I'm gonna give my opinion, okay? Now, let's keep it 100, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably hands down the best bodybuilder of all time. Not necessarily because of his physique, it's because he took bodybuilding to that level. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger did movies. He became one of the biggest. Now we got The Rock. he took the torch, you know what I mean? But he was the biggest action movie star of his time, you know what I mean? He took bodybuilding public. You know, Eugene Sandow paved the way, which is why when people win the Olympia, they got that little naked guy on the trophy. That's Eugene Sandow. You know, he kind of paved the way, but Arnold took it to that level we're at now. Without Arnold Schwarzenegger, there probably wouldn't be no Chris Jones, honestly. He inspired the shit out of me. There wouldn't be no fucking Phil Heath, okay? There wouldn't be no Kai Green. There wouldn't be no Mark Lobliner. Probably wouldn't even be no Mike Rashid. Who knows, man? If we can get a time machine and take out Arnold Schwarzenegger, like before he was born, then they're telling what would bodybuilder be today. So we gotta pay respect to Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's practically the god of fitness. Okay. Now, I'm not pretty much disagreeing with Phil Heath's opinion. That's his opinion. He felt like Arnold had no legs. That's fine. Because I'll be real with you. Looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger's legs compared to his upper body, it was lagging. If we have to nitpick weak points, yes, his legs were kind of lagging compared to his wide ass back and his big ass arms. Let's keep it fucking 100. But why didn't you say that on the video? Like, Phil Heath was interviewed and they asked him directly, hey, what do you think about Arnold's opinion? He answered all respectfully, all politely and shit. Said, you know, I think I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. You know, I think the right people are winning. You know, big ups to Arnold. He paved the way. But then in the comment section, you have to add, Arnold has no legs. Like, that's kind of fake to me. Not saying Phil Heath's some fake ass nigga, but that's some fake shit. Like, if you real, you know, and motherfucker interview me, I would be like, man, fuck that nigga Arnold. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got little legs. He was hot in the 70s and 80s. This is our time. Fuck him. I would have been like, damn. Phil Heath, if somebody would ask me, man, who's your favorite bodybuilder? I'd be like, nigga, Phil Heath. Shit, he the realest bodybuilder in the game, you know? I would have respected that more, just keeping it 100, not waiting till you get on Facebook and social media and fucking comment like that. Well, man, what does Arnold Schwarzenegger having little legs have to do with the original argument? These bloated stomachs, you know what I mean, are ruining bodybuilding. So many of y'all are sacrificing mass for aesthetics. You know what I mean? Now, on a bodybuilder to bodybuilder thing, I'm gonna have to keep it 100. Comparing, you know, Phil Heath to Arnold, obviously, by today's standards, Phil Heath would destroy Arnold in a show. Arnold probably wouldn't even place, even in his prime, if he would have competed today. But let's be real here. I can speak for 95% of my viewers, and women. We will all agree that we will all rather look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, Frank Zane, shit, Serge Dubray, over Kai Green, Phil Heath, any of those guys, any day of the fucking week.
That's nasty.
I can get this camera right now and walk the street and post a picture of Arnold and Frank Zane next to fucking Kai Green and some Phil Heath and some shit, and they'll be like, shit, them niggas to the right. So let's keep it real. They are way more pleasing to the eye. That's why it's the golden era of bodybuilding. It doesn't get no better than the golden era. So let's just keep the shit 100 here. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Phil Heath. I think he's a great bodybuilder. He's actually one of my favorites, you know, because he got swag. You see his cars, and he loves Jordans, and I collect Jordans as well. You know, my Jordan collection isn't as great as his, but hey, I got some badass Jordans too. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm about to say some shit that some of you may disagree with, and that's fine. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you don't agree with me, that's cool. We are different people. We don't have to agree always on the same shit. As much as I respect Phil Heath and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they've done great things in bodybuilding, neither one of them are the best. In my opinion, neither one of them are the best. Yes, Phil Heath is the champion right now, and Arnold Schwarzenegger has won like 7 Olympias, and he's done so much for bodybuilding. But let me tell you, most of the reason why Arnold has done so well in bodybuilding is because he's a real hustler. You know, he came from fucking Austria, came to America, learned the English language, dominated bodybuilding. I mean, he was always destined for success. You know what I mean? He never took no for an answer. He just got shit fucking done, which is my motto. Get shit fucking done. He had the looks, he had the personality and charisma, and the physique. Like a lot of these bodybuilders today, they have the looks but no personality. Some of them have personality but don't have the look. Now Arnold had all three, which is why he went very far in the sport. And he went very far in show business, okay? But hands down, best bodybuilder ever, best Olympian ever, it would have to go to Ronnie Coleman. Hands fucking down. And let me explain why. Right? But Ronnie Coleman was winning. He was actually beating people. Beating people with aesthetics. Beating people who actually looked amazing. He was winning shows back when Sean Ray was at his prime. He whooped Flex Wheeler ass. Kevin Levrone. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Paul Dillard. I mean, he was whooping some serious asses. You know what I mean? Who the fuck did Arnold beat? Let's be real here. Like, I think I think his only rival was like fucking Serge New. No, it wasn't even Serge Nubray. His only rival was like Sergio Olivier. That was it. Sergio Olivier was the only person who could really fuck with him. And I believe Frank Zane beat him once at a show because Arnold didn't come in lean enough. You know what I'm saying? One point I make is Arnold really didn't have no competition back then. You know what I mean? Phil Heath, he's the gift. They call him the gift for a reason. I mean, he has muscle bellies on top of muscle bellies. And quite frankly, all these roided guts and these thick ass waists are ruining bodybuilding. I mean, the only person who's came close to beating him in the past 2 years was what? Kyle Green. And no disrespect to Kyle Green, but look at his fucking stomach. You know what I mean? I think Big Ramy might be able to come close if give him a little more time. He's not mature enough. You got Cedric McMillan. He's on his way to doing great things. Sean Roden. But let's be real here. Back in Ronnie's era, everybody looked fucking good. You gotta give it to fucking Ronnie Coleman. We're talking about best bodybuilder ever. Ronnie Coleman, hands fucking down. You know what I mean? Lee Haney, no. Who the fuck was Lee Haney beating? Seriously. Lee Haney was like 6 foot something. He was the biggest and tallest on stage. Can't nobody fuck with him. And then when Dorian Yates was starting to get close to him, he fucking retired. Who the fuck retires that young? You know what I mean? I think, no disrespect to Lee, I think he retired because he saw fucking Dorian coming for that ass. Alright? But anyway, that's my opinion, you know, on the whole Phil Heath and Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger is 100% right. Bodybuilding is starting to suck now because aesthetics are dying. I give it about 5 more years and physique will take over. And I'm not disagreeing with what Phil Heath said, just the way he did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you really felt. You should have been a man and said this shit on camera. So they said, fuck Arnold, fuck him and his little legs. You know, he's gonna, he commented in the comment section. That's not real, man. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're all men here. You feel like you disagree with him, should have said it right there. Don't be all nice and polite on camera and then talk shit in the comment section. That's just not what real people do. But anyway, don't forget to like my shit. Comment, subscribe. Pump checks is coming soon. Keep it aesthetic. Keep it hoe ready. Let's try to keep it natural. Holla back at your boy.